Sattler 5.
Devrite Homes, when you're looking for attention to detail and a uniquely designed home to suit all your needs. At Devrite Homes, we only build a limited number of homes per year, so we can truly focus on what you want out of a prestige home builder. We've continually won awards for excellence, with a record number of wins last year and the proud winner of the Australian Townhouse Villa of the Year. While we love building homes to suit each client, we pride ourselves on designing homes that take into account the special safety needs of some of our clients. If you have a dream, we can make it come true. Talk to Jay Mangano and find out more about Devrite Homes at www.devrite.com.au.
This is the Sattler 5.
Welcome back to the Sattler Files. My name is Murray Corfin. With me in the studio is Jay Mangano from Devrite Homes of Distinction. Hello, Jay.
Hi, how are you this morning?
Good, thank you. Now, we were talking off air about judging and awards and all that sort of stuff. And can people depend on the outcomes of these judges if they're made public?
Yes. Basically, I spent all day yesterday judging kitchens.
Right.
I'm an independent person, so I'm judging other people's kitchens.
Right.
So I know what we do in our homes. I know how much it costs in our homes, and I know what we look right for attention to detail. So
Sure.
I've got that, and I'm paired with another person that
Right.
I don't necessarily know. This guy I've never met before, but I mean, you could know them because it's
it's an
small
industry.
But there's no relationship between me and my partner that we're judging, and we just go around and we've got our list of things we check from gaps. Like this is kitchens from gaps and products used and amount of silicon used and are the cutouts for the plumbing, are they nice and neat and edged and all those things that that you would expect from a good kitchen. So as much as it can be independent, yes, you can rely on it to tell you that the builders
knows what they're doing. And do you have various classes, if you like, for want of a better term, of kitchen? So, maybe in a price bracket, for example.
Yeah, they go up in price brackets.
Sure.
So, obviously, in the lower price bracket can't get judged against the higher price bracket because there is no comparison. Unfortunately, if you win your category, say you're in, you win up to 15,000, then to judge the overall kitchen, that up to 15,000 has to go up against the winner of the top one. So,
of course,
but there's no way around that. To get the kitchen, the best kitchen has to go up against.
That's right.
All the categories have to go up against each other. Kitchens like for like. So up to 15,000, all those cabinet kitchens should be similar products, similar amount of money spent on them. So it's really about how you do it after that. So has it been done properly?
Attention to detail, perhaps.
Yeah. Because basically everyone buys for round about the same prices. So now then it's just how you execute it, the colours you use.
So it goes to colours as well, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And whether they're suitable and that sort of thing?
Yeah. I mean, we can't judge if someone's got a green splashback.
Yes.
Because that suits their house. Well,
that's fair enough, yeah.
That's it. You can't say, well, I don't like green, so it's not going to win.
I'm with you. Green should never win.
So as long as it's done properly and it all works in its environment, you can't have something that's got a red splashback here and a green splashback there. It can't possibly.
No.
So it's got to all work in its environment. But so we're not going to count it out for colours as long as it still works.
As long as it's appropriate. Yeah.
You don't have a white cupboard with cream, bright white and cream and things together. Then
those
they
sorts
just
of things don't work, do they?
Yeah, so
So, as an expert in your field, you would probably be able to tell, what sort of money they've spent and whether it's, whether it's appropriate. Because you would have done hundreds and hundreds of kitchens in your business, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, and you can tell, how much it's worth relative to what we pay, relative what our clients get. So you can tell, and obviously the up to 15,000, you can't expect them to have overhead cupboards and the best of the best. They probably don't have a glass splashback. They've probably got tiled splashback instead of glass and things like that. But I mean, tiles can look just as good as long as they've done the tiling properly.
Yeah.
Then it's
it's a fair call. But of course, one of the things that we all look for is value for money. So is that part of your judging criteria? So you look at it and you say, look, they've done that really well for the price.
Yes. So it's got
that's part of the.
It's part
process?
of it. But then if something's clearly not been done for that price, and that's part of it too.
Yeah.
We've got to say, hey, guys, I don't think this was done for that price.
Yeah.
Because it's bad for the building industry. If someone wins an award for something they clearly didn't do, then that's bad for the building industry as well.
It is. It really is, and it holds the rest of the builders up for some sort of comparison, doesn't it?
It does.
Where you might think that, okay, that kitchen's worth 15,000, but the reality is you can't do it for that. Yeah,
and because then people go into it with unreal expectations and thinking they're going to get something they're not going to get. So they're going to be disappointed, and that's not good for the building industry. We would like that everyone that built come out happy.
Yes,
That's probably never going to be a reality, but if we can get more people coming out and having expectations met, will go a long way to making happy clients. But
of course it will.
If we're putting out something false out there, then their expectations are never going to be met. So.
No, well, that's right. And you've got to have realistic expectations in terms of how much you're expending on a kitchen, or for that matter a bathroom or anything else, isn't it? The same sort of thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And cheats will be found out if they're trying to do that, because they'll always go to another builder and say, I need that for that price.
Yeah.
And builders don't.
Well, no one's going to go broke.
No, just to meet that up.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, my cabinet maker, his favourite saying is, I might as well go broke going fishing as working. So, yeah.
How very true. I must remember that. That's very good, actually, when you're being undercut.
Yeah.
And what's the other saying? I can't remember now. It's something about our competitors know the value of their work or something or other. So if you're paying less, well, that's what they value it at.
Yeah,
it is. But I think that these sorts of judgings and competitions and that sort of thing are really good, because if they're done properly, it really does give people a sense of what they're going to get for the money that they've got.
Yeah, it is hard within the building industry because there's lots of things taken out of the contracts. Some builders don't do the exposed aggregate, and it's hard trying to compare apples with apples. But with the effort that's put in, you've got to be able to come up with a level playing field for everyone to be judged on.
Yeah. So, okay, when you're judging, what are you actually looking for in terms of how it looks? We talked about colour, but there are other things too, aren't there?
Well, design. So has it been designed so that you can bend down and pull the drawers out without hitting the other bench? Can you walk past if the fridge door's open? Can you do that with ease? And all those sorts of things. Is it going to be a functional kitchen? Recycling. Yes. We look at bins and if they've got recycling. Because that's big at this point in time. We have to think about our environment. So, So all those things. The lighting, is the lighting okay? Is the lighting switched at the right spot?
That's a real bugbear with me in kitchens, particularly. You know, when you're trying to do something, it's got to be well lit, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
And one comment you made just a moment ago about how much silicon is in there. Now, silicon is a bit of a cheat, isn't it? Sometimes.
Well, you've got it.
You've got to have it.
You've got to have it. Yeah, and it's there. It's how well you do it.
Yes.
So it's you don't want.
It's part of a finish, isn't it?
Yeah.
So but it's got to be judicious in the way it's used, rather than just slapped everywhere to cover up faults.
Yeah, and cut it short. It's easier to cut it short and fill it up with silicone than cut it the right size and jiggle and make it fit properly.
Because you can't cut it long again, can you?
No. No. And the other thing that people do, you cut out an undermount sink. You don't want the edge of your sink just proud of the cutout, because then it's just going to build up with grime. You want your cutout to be internal of your sink, so that it's just goes down. And it stands to reason.
So it's all about fit as well, where things fit and how things like cutouts are done.
Yes, So
it's all part of
how the plumbing's done under the sink and all
that's
those
That's
things.
Interesting, the plumbing. So you'd go to the level of looking under a sink to see how that's all finished.
Yes, see if the plumber's done his job properly or...
Very comprehensive what you do.
It is, but I mean, it's just a thing you walk in and have a look and say, does this, So it's an overall look at it and then go around and look at the finer details. Most kitchens now have soft close. And then I come home yesterday and slammed my laundry door and I thought, that soft close is working well. I think maybe I need to upgrade my laundry cupboard. But
and also, what about the appliances in the kitchen? Do you include the stove and or microwave and fridge and that sort of stuff?
Not the fridge, but just normal standard stuff that the builder would normally supply. So
the wall oven and stove.
The oven and stovetop and range hood. Yeah. Most people don't. Most builders don't supply the dishwasher or the fridge or those sorts of things. So, you wouldn't include those.
No, but they obviously have to be made provision for. So you've got a space for a fridge, a double door fridge perhaps, and a space for a dishwasher.
You judge it on your the fridge fitting in the space that's provided and things like that, because you want it to look good.
And how far do they go with pantries and that sort of thing? Are there fitments in pantries when you buy a new home?
Depend on the builder, but yesterday we were judging the lower end, and so many of those kitchens now have sculleries.
Do they really? Is that coming back?
Yeah, they'd probably half of them would have had sculleries.
Goodness me.
Yeah.
I mean, that used to be high-end homes only, didn't it?
Oh, no. It's coming right down now.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's amazing.
There's a lot of them now.
I mean, they take up space, don't they? I mean, if you're building a house of a particular size, it does take up space.
It does, and the smaller your house, obviously, the more space it's going to take. But, I don't have one, so I don't know if I'd use one, but for them to become so popular, people must use them. I don't know.
I guess. I mean, it's a place, I mean, they're supposed to be out of sight of the rest of the house, aren't they? Yeah. They're there for hiding all of the dirty dishes and one thing and another for your dinner party.
Yeah,
But I suppose. I mean,
I don't know, because everything's all over my bench. So,
we're exactly the same.
Yeah.
So, what about the internal fitments to pantries? like shelving and that sort of thing. Is that part of what you judge?
Most of them, if they've got a pantry. So it depends on what price category they're in. But most people, obviously, the lower categories will have maybe just shelves made by the fixing carpenter, and the higher end ones will have cabinet work. Cabinet work costs a lot of money compared to making it yourself with just fixing carpenter. Making it. So it depends totally on the builder and the price range, whether it's done with cabinet work or it's done with shelves. But we went into one yesterday and it had a ladder with baskets hanging on it, like wire baskets from
from an IKEA or something like that.
No, from push bikes.
Get away!
Really? Look, well, it was an old ladder. Wood one.
Yeah.
And it had these baskets hanging on it, and they got bigger as they went down to the bottom. So, and it did look good.
Okay, so somebody's thought a bit outside the box and made something a bit unusual.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But obviously they were in the lower end, so they didn't have any shelves in their scullery, so they've gone and made their own. And
this scullery business fascinates me. It really does. So I know you were judging the lower end, but you've had a lot of experience with higher end kitchens as well. What are some of the things that are in higher end kitchens that we don't get in the poverty pack?
You get most things in the poverty pack now.
Do you really?
Induction cooktops are now the norm.
Are they really?
So, you very rarely would you go anything else but induction now. And that's coming down even to the lower end now. That they're coming in. A while ago we had canopy range hoods all over the place. Now we tend to have more ones built into cupboards.
What about steam ovens? I read a lot about steam ovens, and people seem to be embracing those these days.
Yes, steam ovens are probably, we've done a few. Probably 3 or 4 of them had steam ovens in them.
Even at the lower end?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the steam ovens are, obviously ducted vacuuming is big too now, where it wasn't so big. We have a dustpan, so you just walk along, you sweep your floor, you put your foot on the dustpan and it sucks it all up, so you don't have to bend down. And
I actually saw one of those in a hairdressing salon once, and of course, they sweep the floors every 10 minutes in there, and they had one of those. Very, very fancy. Yeah,
it is. Older people like them because you don't have to bend down to pick up the dirt off the floor, so just suck it up.
And in terms of ducted vacuums, and I know we're getting off kitchens just a little bit, but they used to be a bit hit and miss in days gone by. They didn't have the suction that perhaps they should and that sort of stuff. Are they better these days?
They are better, but I've had mine in my house. It's been there since my house has been built, and I think I built my house a long time ago. And
it works well?
It works well. It always has done. It's starting to play up a bit now, but I think I built mine when my daughter was, and she's 18, so.
Okay, so we are
so
going
we're talking
back
a long time. It's never been replaced.
Yeah.
But you've got to be sensible. You don't vacuum up toys and things like that. Don't vacuum up water, because water gets in there, it's going to make mud dries, and then it's so you can put snakes down them. The plumbers can put snakes down them if you get them blocked, but it's better not to get them blocked in the first place.
I've got to confess that I do the vacuuming in our house because I'm a bloke and I do it better. And I vacuumed up a sock. And, it took me ages to find where it went. It didn't get into the bag. It was just in the entrance to the bag, and it took me forever to find it.
Yeah.
But we did get there eventually.
Yeah. I wouldn't build a 2-story house without it, but no. I've had it for almost 20 years, so I know how it works, and so I wouldn't do it without it now. But a lot of people now just have the robots, and they say, why would you bother, and just put the robot on, and they go out, put the robot on, and come home, and it's all vacuumed.
All cleaned. Yeah, well, very nice.
Because they're very efficient now.
Yes.
They remember where they've been.
They're amazing things, aren't they?
Yeah, so.
And what about wall ovens and things like that. And not everybody has a wall oven. Some of them have stove tops or the whole stove in one, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it comes down to design most of the time now. We put a lot of ours under the bench because we're doing smaller type houses, so don't have a lot of room. But, sometimes depends on the people totally.
Yes, of course, whether or not you're really into cooking and all of that sort of thing.
Yeah, and your age too has a lot to do with it, and if you can bend down to pick things out of the oven or if you... Yeah, so it's totally the person as to whether it's a wall oven or not.
My son-in-law, he's a very, very good cook, and when they were refurbishing their kitchen, he wanted this... And you would know this is a wide oven, quite a wide one.
Oh, the 600 or a 900.
Yeah, well, he wanted the 900, and I thought, no, you're never going to use that, but he does. I mean, but so really, you've got to be into it and to make it worthwhile and worth the purchase, you've got to be able to be into it and use it.
Yeah, a lot of people now, instead of going 900, will just go with two 600s.
Yes,
because then they can put them both on. You can have sweets in one and food in the other. And my husband says I never use either of them, so why would I bother? But
but it's nice to have.
It's nice to have, even if it doesn't yet used.
Yes, indeed.
And if you use it, got to clean it. So why would you want to do that?
Yeah. And we touched briefly on lighting, but that is, I've seen so many kitchens that really don't have a lot of light in them, and I don't know why. It's. I mean, I would have thought food preparation, you would need to see what you were doing and all of that sort of stuff. But to me, it's very important that you have a lot of light.
Yeah, it is. But it's just builders. If lighting costs a lot of money,
Is that right?
When you put it in terms of you have one light in the middle of the ceiling, so the electrician's got to run one lot of wires there. He connects up one light fitting and you buy one light fitting.
Yeah.
But if you put 10 there, that's 10 lots of wires, 10 lots of light fittings, 10 lots of wiring it in. So it adds up very quickly. So people have to... Everyone's got a budget, so you've just got to make sure you manage your budget properly. And unfortunately, sometimes people
they cut corners,
and take lights out when maybe they were better off having a smaller oven or having a cheaper oven and having the better lights. But it's all people's perception, how they see things, and
what their particular needs are.
If someone thinks it's important to them, then it is important to them. So you just go with it.
Yeah.
So
excellent. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you've been having a bit of fun in the last week or so with this judging. Have you got much more to go?
I've got 2 more days. Next week. 2 more days.
So how long does it take you to get through, say, one kitchen, Jay?
We have 20 minutes.
Oh,
but
that's not much, is it?
Well, it's enough to do a kitchen, but it's a travelling. So we started off at 8:30 yesterday morning.
Yeah.
At Burns Beach. Did all around there up to Yanship and there, and then we went across to Lower Chittering, which I didn't realise Lower Chittering was so far up.
nearly to Geraldton.
It is. And then we're going, well, that was lunchtime. We're looking for lunch. And they said, well, we can go to Bullsbrook for lunch. And I thought, oh, no, I'm not going further up north. And then when we come back, I thought, we were way past Bullsbrook.
Yes. So you actually you judge the kitchens in the home. It's not just a kitchen that they make for a display or something like that. It's actually in the home.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't get any more real than that, does it?
No. It's so all the homeowners come and got to let us in and all those things.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, so it's an actual real life, in the war zone itself, isn't it?
Yes.
Where they're actually used.
Yes, so you get
that's
to see.
Very realistic, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And some people, like one lady we went to yesterday, wanted to show us her outdoor area, and you just
You just do.
It looks lovely, and yes. But these are new houses that people are really proud of. So we've got to show them the respect that we would want if someone walked into our new house. We'd want them to say it's nice.
So has Devrite got entries in this, but at another level?
A different level, yeah.
Different level. So, other people judge Devrites.
And I can't go to overall judging, so I have to bow out after this. So
right.
I can't go to the next lot of judging.
Well, so it's very fair that way.
Yeah. But my partner, so they put someone with me that can go to the overall judging. So there will be somebody that judged.
Yes.
Will be in looking at it
for us
stuff. Because I can't go.
Yeah. So are these results of your judging and those of the others, are they published anywhere? How does that work?
Yeah, they will be. I think it's the 30th of July. There'll be an awards ceremony. And then obviously they'll be in the West Australian the following week.
Fantastic.
So, and
we'll look forward to seeing those and some of the fruits of your labours, judging other people. Being judged yourself.
Yeah, it's about giving back. So I keep telling my husband it's
That's
about
right.
giving back, and doing our fair share.
And as you're wandering around the boonies looking for lunch, it's giving back. Good on you, Jay.
Righto.
We've been talking to Jay Mangano from Devrite Homes of Distinction. And Jay, thank you so much for sharing today, and we look forward to catching up with you again really soon.
Thank you.
More on the Sattler Files presently.
Devrite Home, when you're looking for attention to detail and a uniquely designed home to suit all your needs. At Devrite Homes, we only build a limited number of homes per year, so we can truly focus on what you want out of a prestige home builder. We've continually won awards for excellence, with a record number of wins last year and the proud winner of the Australian Townhouse Villa of the Year. While we love building homes to suit each client, we pride ourselves on designing homes that take into account the special safety needs of some of our clients. If you have a dream, we can make it come true. Talk to Jay Mangano and find out more about Devrite Homes at www.devrite.com.au.
This is the Sattler Files. This is the Sattler Files.